So I'm making vanilla cake for my little daughters, and I figured I could use this time to talk about how to find the right mentor for you, and then like the right courses to take in order to really level up in your life. Because I feel like it's not like finding mentors and like finding the right courses for you is not like a little thing that you can slap and then, you know, you're good to go. We're all unique, and because of that, like, of course, we need different kinds of mentors to help us. And then I've found a few in my life, and you know, as we speak, like my mentor actually inspired me to make this video like very casually, because she's like, why are you, you know, just thinking about making it all perfect? Like, do whatever flows. So I'm making this, you know, while I do something that I love, which is baking. And I usually bake with my little daughters, but today I'm just baking alone. So let me get the ingredients and let's get started. First, we're gonna need this. So the recipes that I follow, YouTube channel called Preppy Kitchen, and I like to follow his recipes because they're very like, you know, simple and easy to follow, and then, you know, he makes it's very structured. So I like that. And I'm gonna be following his vanilla cake recipe to make this cake for the cake pop that we'll be making tomorrow. Wow, we're having like a storm here in Abu Dhabi. Oh my God. It's so scary. Look at that. You see that? We're having a really bad storm. Whoa, that's kind of scary. Back to the kitchen. So we're gonna need all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt, granulated sugar, unsalted butter, 3 large eggs. We need vanilla, 1 cup buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk, so I'm gonna try to see what I can do. Maybe use like milk. We're not making any frosting today, so we're good with that. I'm gonna gather all the ingredients, and then we're gonna talk about the mentors and the course and everything. First, 2.5 cups of all-purpose baking flour. 2 teaspoons. 3/4 of salt. So I got this comment. She said something like, how do I find like the right courses for me, and like what kind of course did you take? And I believe like the first thing that we need to do when we're finding like, you know, someone's like, we're looking for help, like we're really wanting to change and we can't really find the right person, it seems like. And one of the reasons is I feel like we're not really taking a step back. You know, we're just like trying to like go, but actually we need to take a step back and really see like, what are we even looking to achieve out of this mentorship or like course or whatever. And once we've decided that, we need to do self-reflection and thinking like, you know, what kind of person am I? In which area do I need help? For example, for me, I'm like the kind of person who would, you know, like take action once I'm told like what to do. I'm like a very go person. And when I was looking for like courses or like even a mentor that I've hired, I already knew like what I wanted to achieve. It's just the matter of like finding the right mentor. And for me, this mentor that I've found, a lot of you might know that I have like a Japanese background. I grew up in Japan, and so when I moved to the UAE, I found, you know, anyone that was speaking Japanese, I would basically reach out to them just because, you know, like kind of wanting to connect with that culture. This mentor that I have is actually a person that I know for like more than 1.5 years now. And finally, I've come to the conclusion, okay, like I need your help now because I feel like I'm in the right place to be mentored, basically. And we agreed, you know, and then now like she's helping me out. Every 2 weeks we have like talks, and she's helping me in a lot of different ways, and especially like breaking those barriers. You know, like mentors, they can't really just come in your life and change your life altogether. You need to be the one that knows what you want, and then also be willing to take action. And then your job as the person that's wanting to level up in life is to find the right mentor. And in this video, I want to share exactly that, and how you can find the right mentor is like, first, knowing what you want. So once you know that, you keep an eye on people who have already achieved that in life, and then you just reach out to them. And of course, like pay for their time. If they have those courses or if they have those slots that you can buy, like pay for that. Doesn't matter the cost, because they're gonna help you definitely reach that goal that you're looking to achieve, just because they've already been through it. You can't just hire someone just because they have a better life than you, but then in a different way that you wouldn't want for yourself. So number one thing for me is like the perfect person that I've found right now. She's in YouTube space, she's in like business space, and she speaks Japanese like in so many different ways. Like it works out for me. And she has like similar lifestyle as me. So this is how I found my mentors, by really being patient and keeping an eye out for people that have already achieved what you want to achieve. And also knowing that like nobody is gonna handhold you. We need to be like, you know, emotionally like strong and ready enough to be led by other people. And basically what mentors really do is just literally they say a few words and it's your job to really grab that and then take action. Like my mentor, she would just express her like her opinion, and I would take it and I would apply it to my life, and I'll apply it in action as well, which leads me to next step. But first we're gonna find sugar for this. So we have sugar. It required for like granulated sugar, but I'm just gonna do coconut sugar because I don't have granulated sugar. And we're gonna do 3.5 cups unsalted butter. That's 170 grams. So I'm hoping that this is 170 grams. Let's see. Okay, that's like 80 grams. So we're gonna need more. 170 grams is a lot of butter. Another one. That's 170. Okay, I'll put just a little bit more. Then the next thing I wanted to mention is like, you know, self-observation. You know, like there's so many of us that just like feel like we're, you know, we can't achieve something, or, you know, like this is not, you know, something that we can do. And I think it's just not knowing yourself really, because everyone, I feel like we all have these like superpowers. We all have these talents that we can, you know, utilize, but just because we don't know how we work and our body works and our energy and motivation, we've just never taken, you know, enough time to really see what works for us, is why we are not able to achieve what we want to achieve, you know? So really taking that time and seeing like which time like of the day that you have the most energy. Is it like right after you take that, you know, iced Americano? Or like, is it right before you sleep? Is it right after you wake up that you have a lot of energy? Or is it like after you have a light meal? Or is it right after like a heavy meal? Like whatever it is, like we all have those spurts of energy that we can utilize to move forward in life. Knowing yourself would actually be really helpful even before you find like the right mentor or the course. So knowing yourself and seeing actually shows the mentor that you've done like work on yourself, and you're not just like, you know, someone that's like helpless basically. Mentors who are experienced, they want to see when they have those screening calls, they want to see if you're willing to do the work, because, you know, like I said earlier, like it's not the mentor who's going to do the work for you. They're just going to, you know, spill some beans, and you're going to be the one grabbing and making like something nice out of it. Now I'm going to put the eggs in the mixture, the cream that we made. This is how it looks like. So, third step to leveling up and finding the right mentor and like actually having success with that is really writing down your actionable steps. So now that we know what our weaknesses are, like what are you willing to do and what are you willing to like lose basically, you know, because decision is a word that's derived from Spanish, and basically it means like, you know, getting rid of things, right? So like decision making is basically getting rid of options, so you make, you know, you choose one option only and getting rid of the other one. So, you know, ask yourself like, you know, what are you willing to lose and what are you willing to do more of in order to be that person that's even like, you know, coachable and that's attractive to like a mentor that's looking, you know, that does this for a business. That really prepares you to be able to have the right kind of mentor for you and attract that mentor. Last step is like, you know, changing the words of, you know, the type of like wording you use for yourself. That was the first thing that this Japanese friend of mine turned into mentor told me. She said, you know, like changing your kotoba that you speak to yourself, which is like, you know, wording that you speak to yourself is like the most important, right? So what I noticed in this comment is like, you know, she's saying I am this and I struggle with this, you know, and then this is all of that is, I understand that, right? I'm sure you're struggling with all of that. But, you know, by just changing the word is like, I am capable of studying and all I need is the right tools and time management skills and like the leadership in order to achieve a next level, you know? So change the wording that you speak to yourself and is one of the ways that you can actually start leading towards a life that you want and be more confident and forgiving for yourself. So that is it for this video. I hope this really helps out. And my vanilla cake is made. I'm sure like my daughters would be really happy. So I'll be making cake pops with this cake tomorrow with my daughters. And I might film another video about a different topic that I have that I'm really excited to share with you guys. And this is going in the oven. Guys, look at that. It's literally just 20 minutes later and look at the light. The light is back. Can you just imagine the beauty of like this world and nature? Like just moments ago it was so scary and I was just like really worried. And look at this now, like it's all bright again and so beautiful already. Like this is the beauty of life, you know. Sometimes there's darkness and sometimes there's like light and you just gotta ride through the wave, you know. That's the beauty of life. If there's always like just light, then how are you gonna learn to appreciate darkness? I mean, no. So what I want to say is like, if there's always light, then how are you going to actually appreciate light? Time to time, we need that darkness in life in order to appreciate the beauty of life. And like, you know, so just like this weather that we just experienced, you know, your life can change as well, just by changing your mindset and also finding the right people to guide you. You know, you can't be just asking questions to people that don't even have anything you want. And it's not just materialistic stuff, you know, like sometimes you just might want to be that, you know, perfect, like, you know, cozy and peaceful yoga teacher. And, you know, like someone that's like, you know, business minded and like boom, 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 they cannot teach you that. So we just got to find the right people and mentor and courses to guide us. You know, life can be beautiful in your own way because, you know, there's not like a perfect life. Everyone's living their own kind of life and everyone has their own kind of perfect. Stay excited about life and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.